Shout out Coach Aldo, because he mentioned that we might see a Belleric. And it has shown
Very
out here.
strong.
Okay, talk us through the Belleric pick. Why Belleric here for BTR?
Gimme, right? The passive from
Yes.
Belleric, there's a bounce back, there's an annoying vine that will pop up, and again, it's just so tanky. Question is, will it be a Vengeance Belleric or a Flicker Belleric?
Is it only just for the Kimmy?
It's also the fact that they can counter-engage well. They can follow up with the Belleric onto the Throne of Ruin. And it's sustain. We've seen how much Evos are trying to mitigate that sustain. Belleric can be really tanky, can heal up so much given the right tools.
And when I think about it, there's a lot of dive coming through from Evos.
Revitalize too.
So it might just work. This is a strong early game Belleric, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So potentially the final game, we're going to throw it over to our casters to break this one down.
Once again, now or never for the White Tigers this time in this historic building of Jakarta International Velodrome. This time around though, it looks like Erlan will rock the Purify finally.
Dang. It took us 2 games, but we finally see it, right? So adjustments from Erlan. Shogun will keep this matchup. He likes the matchup. And Key, what happened there? Did he get caught by a taunt? Wow, he took a lot of damage. And this is why they picked the Alice into the Plakido. Seems like they figured it out. Luke in a very tough spot. Has to use the regen very early, and oh, it gets procced. That's pretty lethal to BTR. Niall picking it up. Wants to, oh my god.
Might be still here.
Yeah, because of the prior that they have, this might be it. And Niall gets it. Albert starts with a very slow path. Now Fusion have the flicker as well. Oh, these are crazy wins at the start of the game.
EXP crabs are taken. All the jungles from BTR are still all available. Now Albert can only take his own jungle, but
Crazy.
it is crazy. But what's also crazy is the fact that we have a Belleric, first of all, and also it's a lone Guinevere with no combo. I guess there's knockout strike, but at the same time, it's hard to proc.
Pull yourself together for the mid duo. That's also quite interesting here. I guess he wants to revitalize the ultimate to be back up, but Moreno, is this just because of the Golden Hour? We were talking about the IMU cooldown on the Golden Hour. Technically, this helps.
And also might be, it's a way for them to, you know, maybe make the mid lane not that bad for themselves. It's not really the greatest mid-prio duo there, right? With the Belleric and also the Valentina. With more revitalized, then you can sustain much more too. Shogun, super aggressive Niall.
Yep, Deadly Magic and the Space Migration doesn't land. Finn's gonna walk up as well. The XP Crab, who got it?
Not sure, but right now BTR, look at the XP bars. Shogun already level 4, they have the tempo.
Look at Finn.
Now Albert is gonna get zoned out.
They go in onto Shogun. Spatial Migration about Requiem. Whoa, the cover from Finn with the Revitalize. A bit late there by Moreno. He wanted to get the Golden Hour down, and now it's a win for Evos. A splash of damage on Key. Luke walking up. Finn.
He goes forward though, look at that, immobilized Niall.
Yep, Finn very low. Knockout strike coming down. Moreno doing a lot of damage. Blazing Web from Iman as well though. And it doesn't land on anybody. I don't think Niall should take this into a win at the start of the game for the White Tigers.
Oh man, all just because of the fact that Evos was so gung-ho on taking Shogun down. And they were able to pretty much tip the scales right now in this early of a game. Almost 1k gold lead.
Yep.
Super early for Evos. This is a good sign.
That's very, very good. Oh, they want to go for more. The Golden Hour. Finn tried to go. That's a flicker burnt out from Key, but he delays Niall's clear by a bit.
And 2 kills is for Luke.
Uh-oh.
And you never want to see a snowballing Plakido.
Yep.
Never.
Uh-oh, Shogun. Not in range. Knockout strike. Oh, missed time pile Requiem, and rather, great throw to Ruin by Shogun. CC immunity.
Yeah. Still though, good attempt for Evos right there. So it looks like they know that the combo is still there. It's just so hard to proc. And now for BTR, this is the problem too with this kind of like Belleric composition, right? Mostly you're there to respond rather than actually starting the team, but especially if you have Revitalized Miracle instead of the Flicker.
Yep.
Now BTR has to be forced to play a bit more passive game in a way,
yep.
Although they do have some kind of like option to go aggressive with the Harley and all.
That's the thing about the Belleric though, right? Like, early on, we don't expect him to be a threat. Even with Revitalize here, I don't think it makes up for the lack of any bit of usefulness, right? Like, you're just waiting for the ultimate technically on the Belleric, so level 4 should be when you should take those fights. So the fact that they took the fight early, I guess it was because they got those early leads. Thing is, Shogun got picked off. That's the item builds by Dunya Games straight into the DHS. Erlan doing better in lane this time around.
Yeah, a whole lot of tough boots and also magic defense for BTR side, and for a good reason. There's too much magic damage for Evos, and the only physical damage that they have is this Makito, so it's gonna be easier for them to itemize in this early of a game. Silence Rope is already been secured by Shogun also, and now it looks like at this point they want to concede.
Yep, space migration about Requiem straight as a pin. They pick him up, big ultimate down, but I think BTR are just gonna let this go. Evos with full neutral objective control in the first 5 minutes of the game.
I don't know why Shogun rotated, by the way. Evos still going for it.
Yep, they'll even give the purple buff away.
Oh my goodness. We thought BTR had a... I mean, to be fair, they do have a crazy solid start with the Pathing from Nile, but somehow it's 3-0 with 2K gold lead this early of a game, and like it's gonna get worse from now on.
Yeah, that was a scare for a bit. Finn coming in as well. Good damage. They want to go for the turret here. Iman trying his best to clear it out. Erlan gets away, and with this Purify, he is a lot less likely to die.
Yeah, very much so. Concentrate already secure for Albert, so a lot more sustainability as well. He can stay in the team fight for a while. For BTR right now, they are playing by Evos' tempo, man. I feel like they're always one step behind in every occasion, and there you go.
Another kill, and it's Few who they give the kill over to. 2-0-1. A glowing wand built up. He's going to go for a Sky Piercer very soon.
Now, a lot of people might think after what Erlan experienced in game number 2, why did Moreno take the Flicker? But I think this time around, Flicker should be the choice here for the Valentina. It's more of a, I guess, subjective choice for every player, but he wants to go for a more aggressive route and also rely on his micro.
Gonna try to go for the kill. Damage reduction for Luke keeps him alive. Key doing what a Marcel does best. Be annoying.
Yeah. And you could argue so far he's been doing a really good job, or even better job than Finn in the first 2 games, at least in the early game. Very, very aggressive. Actually secured a 3.6k gold for himself, higher than literally anyone from BTR's side.
Yep. And Albert, ooh, jumping towards the top side. BTR, I don't think they're gonna know what hit him here if Shogun walks up, but no. Finn was ready for it. He walked up, got vision, saw Albert, and it gave Shogun finally some bit of security to back away. That's a take for Erlan and the Gold Crab.
By the way, I like the fact that they're going for a Kimi mid. Erlan has been having a pretty terrible series so far the first 2 games, and now you have this safety net in Few as the second damage dealer. So if Erlan actually messes up, there's still some kind of fighting power left.
4,000 gold lead, turned up top as well. BTR now going to the neutral objective. Key doing a good job being annoying again. The golden hour catches Niall, throwing a ruin. Combo in the back with the Ratchet Riot. They're going to go for the damage on Few, but he's able to flicker out of safety as Moreno pops in the golden hour himself, and now Iman walks over the damage onto Luke. That's his patient migration about Requiem landing on Finn as he will go down. Albert caught in the midst of it all. Blazing Duet used as well, but look at Few. Able to kite back, got the immobilization down as well. Well played to the White Tigers.
Yeah, I am very surprised that it only ended up with a single kill for BTR side, despite the Evos being up 4k gold before that. And now they got more. Items are starting to stack up for both teams. That Radiant Armor is going to be super annoying too for BTR when he is on it. And now he can just pretty much be as annoying as possible without getting punished by the players of BTR.
Yep. Now BTR starting to look for the trades, but I think it's too late. They should have been looking for the trades earlier. Now Evos are just steamrolling through. This isn't just a this isn't just a snowball, Shepin. It's looking like a death ball.
It's like an avalanche for Evos right now, and that's why I was thinking something more of a Badang rather than the Valeric, just because of the fact that you can set up, you can play aggressive with the Badang, and it's also a signature Finn hero. This is a big question mark for BTR's drafting.
Yeah, they trying to go for something crazy. They were expecting a dive and they could react to it maybe with a Rapid Dryad, and technically they also do have AoE, right? They were expecting that to carry them around these team fights. I don't think they were expecting the 5-0 start to the game for Evos. Here it's a snowball, and this is exactly what Evos wanted with their composition. A Kimi in the mid lane with a glowing one, and a Skype. Oh, he actually doesn't go Skype here, sir. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Now gets away. Finn, though, is going to be caught. Good golden hour. There you go. The Kimmy and the Marcel. Oh, wow. He actually survived that. Never mind. I thought it was going to be a lot more damage, but it is a Belleric. Harith up top getting a turret for free. Yeah, this is going to be BTR stripped down to their base turrets as early as 9 minutes in.
Yeah, this is the most dominant game so far, not only in the series, in the whole day overall.
Yep.
Like, I believe in the gold lead earlier, it's 1K all across the board for all 5 players. That's how bad it is for BTR right now. And they're just going to turtle in the base because they can only play passive.
Shogun gets away in time. Tier 2 in the mid lane still stands, so there is a turret that they can still hold on to. And BTR do well to keep the Holy Shield up alive. They send Eman down below. Thing is, Luke can follow through as well. They can handle that side wave. It's actually a win for Luke if they do go 1v1, at least on paper.
Bottom lane though, it looks like Eman is trying to get a consolation prize for the Lord, but does not happen at all. Evos with the housekeeping. And this is what Luke does, keeping up with the side lanes and the long lanes with the Paquito. Now, Evos, the objective right now is to get that tier 2 tower in the middle. Oh, they don't even need the Lord to do that.
They're doing a good job again, keeping this alive. Shogun's gonna become Traction Pulse. No follow-up just yet. He gets caught by the deadly magic, but he's able to evade from it.
Man.
That's a Holy Shield up top as the Lord spawns up top. That's big for Evos.
Yeah, and there's also extra layer of calculation that Nile needs to do to be able to burst down the backliners of Evos because of the photo. You know?
Yep.
Earlier it was procced by the deadly magic, so a lot more HP to deal with if you are this kind of assassin. That's trouble for the cold-blooded jungler.
They're so far behind. Holy Shield in mid, procced as well. Bottom lane follows. Evos want to get a base turret with the First Lord. Can they do it? Conceal for Key. No golden hour necessary now as he goes in and dives in the back line. And Man tries to clear it out, but gets company mobilization field, traction pulse. And the golden hour catches the... Wow. Albert, way too aggressive on the battle. Requiem is going to get taken down by Iman. It's back to be Shogun. Right there, the golden hour. This time by Moreno. They clear it out, but there's another wave up top, and they've already lost Shogun for Albert.
Yeah, no frontliners, and they're still going for it.
They're still clearing really well, though. That's Luke with the flicker in, and he's going to be caught in no man's land. Erlon bursts him on down to the ground, but BTR keep their base turret alive.
Yeah, at least they get a lot of turret hits out of it for Evos, even though in the kill count it is all equal for both teams. I guess it's not the greatest defense for BTR, but you'll take that as of right now with the lead that Evos has amassed.
It's kind of crazy, man. The Harley clear with the Claude. It's so, I guess underrated is the word to say. You don't really expect the Valentina to be of any help around the clears. That's why it's usually just not picked up when you're planning the scale. But Harley, on the other hand, together with the Claude, as long as the front line stays alive, it's good for them to clear, and they have done that.
Yeah, but Shogun right now, one of the reasons why he was so dominant in the previous games on the Alice is there's not much threat from the other team, but right now they have a Kimi with a glowing one as well. That kind of counts as a threat as well. Yep. So it's going to be harder for Shogun from now on.
This is a very, very good freeze by Evos. We're seeing more of that TLID game, you know? Discipline, calm.
It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs. Maybe they needed some warming up. Maybe that was what the Saber pick was all about. to get Albert on edge.
I'm not sure about that, but we can put it like that. Player timeline though, look at this.
Yep.
For Nile and also Albert. Actually, Nile lost, Albert lost a lot of advantage in terms of gold here.
I think it's to be expected though, right? On a Harley with constant waves coming in, compared to a Guinevere, who's a utility jungler.
Yeah, but still, it's 7.6k gold lead for Evos. You would expect Albert to be at least up by 500k, 500 gold. But doesn't matter. Yep, Evos still has the control. They get the Lord. Rinse and reset.
They've gone every single neutral objective here in Game 3. And finally, we can hear again the Evos fans in the Velodrome start roaring again. It is a big lead, and Man got a Melfic gun. Oh, that's glass cannon, brother.
Yeah,
that is very scary.
The Winter Crown before the Malefic gun, because staying alive is definitely much more important right now, especially.
I see the reason though.
You want to wave clear while being safe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is risky, but we'll see. It pays off.
Fraction forces the land. There's migration there. Shogun able to hold the wave in the mid lane. Goes in as well. They're going to sacrifice the top lane. They know the charge will get rid of the turret. So now it's this mid in the top. Albert, oh my god. Gets bursted down. Keep the golden hour. Catches Moreno. Actually, 3 members. Luke has already cleared the bottom wave. Few going to go for the damage again with the Kimmy, but won't be able to get too much on Finn. That's Shogun in the front, trying to walk up. Key walking up as well, on the Marcel. Shogun with a blink out as well as he baited out Zaman Force. Wave clear in the mid lane, golden hour by Moreno, catches Few. But there is no way they can capitalize on that. Key gets away, Fraction Pulse.
This is Marcel, and by the way, Marcel, if this goes on with an Evos win, he has a 100% win rate in this series, so safe to say maybe, just maybe.
Maybe he's broke.
In game number 4, Marcel's not gonna be available at all.
Yep.
Available at all.
I agree. I again really like how slow Evos are taking this. They're just taking it one step at a time. They're not rushing to anything. Even around the sieges, yes, there were some kills given over, but it was a kill on Albert and Luke. No bounties. The bounties on Few and Erlan. So as long as they keep it tight.
You don't really see that very often. Winter Crown on Harrod. But I guess at this point, with Erlan playing kind of bad the first 2 games, it's kind of warranted.
All right, item-wise, the Winter Crown is what Eman is going to go for next. His final item, the Holy Crystal, Silver Nile, is the choice. Wait, he sold the gloves. He went for it's Rose Gold instead. He had the glove, he was on the way to the Winter Crown. So there you go, Eman with a change of items.
I guess at that point, it's just a matter of an item swaps, right? But I guess I still prefer the Winter Crown, just because Harith cannot proc the Zaman Force and the Chrono Dashes.
Exactly.
Will down victory rate though, it seems about, you know, right, 86%.
So what? Yeah, I think it's a bit.
Kind of generous?
It's a bit
It's
generous.
like 90 something, right?
I think it should be like 9
Yeah.
for BTR. Because it's the far lane as well. We have to take into account of that. The thing is, they have a Paquito and it's a far lane base turret taken down. So this really looks like more of a 91% to
Hold on,
9%.
Moreno.
Luke.
What are we cooking right now?
Going an hour, catches Luke, thrown a ruin. That was awkward by Shogun. They can the burst on Luke, but they won't be able to find a key. Golden hour. They get caught by the Wrath of the Dryad. But Finn surely will go down. He gets bursted out. A lack of chemistry there with the golden hour and the throne of ruin. This will just be a free, neutral objective.
Honestly,
Evo. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's just pokes. Eman's gonna go back with the BMI. No.
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Luckily, this is not the nerf claude. You know the nerfs on BMI?
Which one?
So cooldown is
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but it's in the advanced server.
I think Evos didn't want to go for the punish because they kind of expected Eman to go back again. That's why they're not in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not really blaming Moreno for the attempt because at this point, you gotta dig deep,
I
right?
think he was just miscoordinated by Shogun, right? He popped in the
Yes.
Throne of Ruin way too early.
Yeah, definitely could have gone
Ooh.
better, but at the same time, you have to try.
Oi!
Albert, look at the damage coming in from the Harley.
What is that damage, my guy?
Wings-
Yay! Oh, dang.
There's a reason he's called Cold-Blooded Jungler.
Sure, he hasn't died, that's true. Wave up top gonna be dealt with here. I think Evos should be able to strip them down to just their crystal here. Finn getting the taunt onto Erlan. Luke in the bottom lane, going in as well. It's gonna get splashed by damage. The man gets caught by a big golden hour. Spatial migration of Battle Requiem, but the golden hour is there. Oh, it misses! But Shogun gets in time. Throwing a ruin and the flicker in. That's gonna be the ping. Oh, Erlan! Why are you caught all alone? Shogun jumps into the middle of the whole team fight. Why was Erlan in the middle of a fight?
That's a misplay.
Oh my
Erlan
god!
saw the golden hour and I
walked
feel
in?
like he walked in
No
with his
way.
Chrono Dash. Like I swear that's what happened.
Erlan, calm down, brother.
Kalma.
This is not. Whoa, that is. Okay, it's still not a shutdown, but it's a carry, and that's why BTR now are so comfortable walking up.
Yeah.
Oh god, wait, calm down. Niall with the damage. Immobilization field doesn't land. Okay.
Yeah.
Evos do a good job recovering.
Not much conversion from BTR because the waves are not there. You know, there's still 4 players for Evos' side. Still a 7K gold lead also, so you gotta take account to that. We'll see though. BTR, there is some light of hope, you know, at the end of the tunnel, but it is through Evos' mistake.
It is very slim, I agree. Okay, maybe now it's increased from 9% to 10%. Because the scaling, oh, I did not expect that much damage to go through, and that's why. Look at Albert's itemization. He goes for the Queen's Wings, as expected, sure, after the CE. But then the Brute Force and then the Blood Wings. I thought he would have Radiant Armor, dude, against a Harley. Do you think it's a bit too greedy to go for the Blood Wings? I think that they need to swap it for Radiant Armor.
I think the idea is because when you go in, you're gonna proc the Winter Crown anyway.
Sure.
Right? So again, like this two teams
But what about
played
the
by
poke?
Micro. He's not poking. He's gonna be all in.
No, but the Harley's been poking the Guinevere.
That's true. That is true. So they're playing with fire. Maybe
Exactly,
that's-
right?
that's
So it's like, he's trying to get in and get out with
I
the
mean,
Blood
you can
Wings.
also argue with Nile with the Holy Crystal as well, no?
Okay, but he needs it. Like, you're not in... He needs to go Glass Cannon. He's in a tough spot. There's a 9% chance of victory,
Oh yeah, you're right.
right? It's desperate for BTR, but that's expected. That's what they need to do. For Evos, though, it feels like...
Unnecessary risk.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Finn opening up. Evos. Oh, man. Harley shows up top. This is going to be very good for Evos. They hold onto it, and Luke will stay up top.
Yeah. Erlan is going to be funneled. He has the purple and also the orange buff earlier, so it's like Thanos is having all the Infinity Stones right now. It's all a matter of the execution. Key, I don't know about this, my dude.
Okay, the Terrify comes in as well. The Golden Hour will lock him down. Finn is able to get out, and the Golden Hour gets baited out already. Moreno's trying to go.
Look at Nile.
Oh my god, look at the lockdown. Niall walks up. Kumar! Read out like a book by Albert and Luke. Key jumping into the back line. Patient migration lands on Shogun. He's still able to survive right now as he pops in the blink back away. Evos can get the neutral objective for free, and this should be Evos securing a game.
Yeah. Should've, would've, could've. We'll see though. There's absolutely no reason that Evos will botch this. With the amount of lead that they have, even Few is already topped up with DHS as well. It's gonna be melting the frontliners of BTR in a second with that Kimmy. So they have all the cards on the table.
They do. They're gonna go for the last base thread before the Lord even spawns. Albert jumps into his spatial migration about Requiem there, but the Golden Hour by Moreno keeps him alive. And out of the back, getting caught by Luke. That's another Golden Hour in place as Finn loses immortality. Moreno walking up, Rapid Dryad used up already to Purify out. His Key's gonna get taken very low, and now he's gonna Luke jumping in, but Shogun's right there to Purify. From the Iman gets used up. Oh! Goes on force. Albert jumps over to spatial migration. About Requiem, but Niles able to get the immortality in time, but he's gonna go down. They have an Evolved Lord. There's no reason to fight. Evos! They gotta calm down. There's an Evolved Lord coming down as Iman is still able to stay alive, and Shogun is trying to bait in the waves to go left.
There's absolutely no way this is gonna happen. BTR still 3 man strong.
Moreno with a splash. Iman getting caught by the immobilization field. It's Pew! Unstoppable in this game. 5-0-4. The Maestro cannot deal with them. Evos secure game 3.
Finally,